the house went through a lot. World War I, World War II, we're still here. And you have to remember that they started as little farmer, and they started in a town of Allos-Corton. That's where is the chateau, but just with a few acres. And little by little, they have been purchasing, and the big purchase was in the late 1800 when they purchased the Chateau Corton-Grancey, just at the time of the phylloxera. And that was a big property of almost 55 acres, which we got in one shot. The Comte de Grancey thought that business will never recover from the phylloxera, so decided to sell them. But they also were the first one to make their own barrels. And it's a matter of fact, in Beaune, we located Rue of the Tonneliers, Rue of the barrel makers. So we still make our own barrels. We don't purchase any barrels. We even sell barrels, California to Australia, to South Africa. And it's a nice little business on the side. But, what the people always, I think, remember is that Louis Latour is one of the largest owner of Grand Cru in Burgundy. And it's the classification is Burgundy is very simple. You go through a pyramid at the bottom where Pinot Noir and Chardonnay made anywhere in Burgundy. After that, you have the village, so less and a little bit more expensive. That means Puligny-Montrachet, Pommard, Nuit Saint-Georges. After that, you will have the Premier Cru. So you go, on the top of the pyramid, only it's 15% of the wine are made in Premier Cru. So you will have the name of the town where the grapes come from, and also the name of the vineyard, the location in that little village where the grape come from. For instance, Puligny-Montrachet, Premier Cru Les Folatières, Pommard, Premier Cru, Épenaud. And after that, you have the Grand Cru. The top is only 4% of the production of Burgundy. And that's where we own, in our case, over 60 acres of Grand Cru, with the largest owner of Corton-Chalamiers. But the Latour always tried to offer, kind of inexpensive wine. That's when we went down to the Ardèche. We made a Chardonnay down there, all stainless steel fermented and one barrel fermented. We went in the south of France, in the Var, on the French Riviera. If you go south, you have to go high in altitude to plant Pinot Noir. So we are on the foothills of the Alps. We produce the Pinot Noir Domaine de Valmoisine, which I know you had. Bob.
Yes, really.
And the last project, it's planting Pinot in the southern part of Beaujolais. Beaujolais, it's mostly made from Gamay.
Yeah.
And in the southern part of Beaujolais, we have a soil which has very similar to the Côte de Nuit, with a lot of clay and limestone. And we decided, 10 years ago, to plant a little bit. And what we were getting was so amazing that we decided to plant, 25 hectares, 70 acres. And the 2017 is really our third commercial vintage. We started with the 15. We had very little, 16, 17, and now we're releasing the 18. So what people can find at the market, 16 and 17, the 18 will come. So, and what we tried to get with that Valmoisine, a little, with the Pierre Doré, which is a little bit more south, it's get, a lot of fruit, a lot of elegance. Pinot, it's not Cabernet, it's not dark, it's not powerful. It's all about elegance. And that's the reason, Bob, you can use that wine with scallops. Yeah. Because, I use that wine when I do grilled salmon on the barbecue, if you serve a little bit chill, the right temperature. It can go with fish like it can go with chicken and lamb. It's really, Pinot is really a grape which you can eat a lot of different food with it.
Yeah, I think so too. And so Bernard was talking about the pyramid from the Grand Cru on down. Just so you know, we're not asking for you for money. This isn't a pyramid scam this evening. That has nothing to do with any of that. It's not we're not in that bad in need of money during this COVID session. For those